Okay, by now you know that personal development is really the best investment that you can ever make. It is that investment into the greatest asset that you have, that is simply yourself. And therefore, it will always pay off. It will always pay off. You know, every successful person has done some serious personal development even before success started to show up in their life. And then it is this ongoing and continuous investment and improvement that makes sure that you stay at your personal peak of what is truly possible for you. So you don't want to leave your life to chance. You don't want to depend on coincidences that could bring you what you truly want to achieve in your life. You want to be the kind of person who takes control, who takes life into your own hands so you can actively create your ideal world around you. And as I said, that does not only include material and financial success. Although that's a big part in my personal development system, I think what is equally important is the emotional component in your life. Because eventually this is what really matters. You know, I believe that ultimately we are all after feelings of happiness and satisfaction with who we have become as a person over the course of our life. So this video is all about blueprinting your roadmap to your personal success and deeper fulfillment. I'm Mirko Thum, and since 2008 I'm training people to become the best of what they're capable of becoming. I already worked with CEOs, very successful artists, people who want to get ahead in the corporate world, as well as self-employed business owners. And what all of these people from all over the world had in common was that common drive to first get ahead and master their life, and especially their professional life, to be more successful. And second, to live and do things that create a deeper meaning and fulfillment in their life. And I think on that level we're really all alike. Then the only difference really is what exactly that means to each person individually. So let's blueprint your personal development pathway towards higher levels of success and fulfillment. First of all, take a quick look below the video. There's a download of the actual blueprint as a PDF file, so you can get that, open it and follow along. And then, couple of warnings. First, that blueprint is really pretty intense. There's a lot in there and a lot of detail, and it's pretty big. So please don't be intimidated by that. You don't have to learn it all, you don't have to know it all, and you don't have to do it all. And frankly, what we're really about here is to create that very first blueprint, which is a plan or a roadmap for you that you can follow along later on. And that's all. Second, I'm going to go very quickly in this video. I'm not necessarily covering every single thing in the blueprint, and there are some things that I just have to skip. Sorry about that, but frankly we have a lot of ground to cover and time is getting tight already. You know, I've already given you two videos. You know, the first video was all about the top-down system, and in that video I basically showed you the framework of how it all works. And in the second video I showed you the two major goals of the system, which are creating financial success and deeper levels of inner fulfillment. And then how we go about achieving these major goals by going through the program. And I'm sure all this made it clear that investing into yourself is really your #1 priority now, because everything you do will improve from the inside out from there. And that's how I went from a major depression to creating my very own successful business in alignment with my purpose and my passion. And then I move on to finding the woman of my dreams. And really that's how most super successful people get to where they are today, by learning and investing into themselves first. So if you haven't seen those videos yet, make sure to watch them. They're linked right below the video, and it really should be required homework if you want to get to the edge of what is truly possible for you and live a life that is truly worth living. So you get to watch these videos. Now, like I said, I'm going to move quickly through this because it's really a lot and time is getting tight. We got this video and we got just one other video right after that before we really move on. And when you watch this, always remember the first video where I explained this top-down system, because this is the overarching idea, which makes all the single steps so much more powerful together. So you start with the inner part first, the why, and then you move on to the outer parts in your personal development process. Then it will all fit together nicely and it will work almost like magic because of this added layer of intelligence when you build one small step on top of the next to create this bigger outcome of success. So let's go ahead and get started creating your blueprint and finding your personal development path. Okay, so here we go. I hope you opened the PDF file or the mind map in that case. There's an actual mind map which is for MindJet Mind Manager that you can also use to go through the blueprint. But probably you have opened the PDF. And if you look at that, you can see there are basically 3 parts that are defining your roadmap of personal development. And the first part, I talk about the actual core strategies of the system. And briefly, I already mentioned all the core strategies already in the 3 videos, including this video. And of course, you can see that I talked about how you can get out of this reactive lifestyle and move into this conscious personal growth process. Then you can see what I already talked a lot about is that personal development is an investment into yourself. And that is really an investment that will always pay off. And this is actually my blueprint here on my iPad, so I can make sure that I cover everything for you. Yeah, of course, it is a step-by-step system, really. That is also a strength. We're going through this top-down system, and that means that every step, every module that you really complete will build on top of each other. And that's really the big new idea because, for instance, if you start setting some goals, then you already defined what your purpose is and you identified your passions in life. So when you actually start setting some goals, these goals will be in perfect alignment with your passion and purpose, which makes them much more powerful. And that means they are much more effective and you can actually, when you achieve your goals, you are actually fulfilled, right? Remember the 2 big goals, success, financial success and fulfillment. And if we look here, we can see that the same as you have in the blueprint, there are these actual 6 modules, which represent the top-down system. And they are in a logical order, so you start, your personal journey really starts with taking full control over your life. Taking control, and that basically means you take full responsibility and you realize that you're really in charge, you're the one in the driving seat. So there are a couple of more videos, and if you look at the actual blueprint, at the PDF file, you will see little entries for each module. If you look at Take Control, for instance, you can see that we start with your move to power. That is really the first move that you do. And actually every little step in this blueprint represents 1 training session with me. It is 1 training video. And at the end of most training videos, you have actual exercises. And that is very important because that makes sure that you're not only consuming the knowledge, you also start integrating the knowledge into your life, into everyday life. And that is so important in order to make it happen. Each module has around 10 to 12 video training sessions. And the first module and the second module are really defining, and the third module too, are really defining the first layer. Remember, we talked about in the first video the 3 layers. We start from the inner to the outer part. And the first layer is really the big why, your big why. And taking full control in your life and then going on in module 2 to create a mindset, a success mindset that is without limits. So we go on in the second module and we are reshaping or reprogramming your mindset for total success. And one thing we will do is we will look if there are some kind of limiting beliefs and limiting structures really in your mindset. Right now, we will identify them and then we will transform them to much more empowering beliefs so that you're really set up for total success. So you have a mindset that is totally empowering for you. And then we go on to the third module, and the third module is called Passion and Purpose. So we will actually define and identify your passions. And as I said, we have all these practical exercises within the training videos. So it will be very easy while I talk about that. I give you the actual techniques so you can go through a process to, for instance, identify your passions and then go on and identify and find your true purpose in life. So that will be very powerful. And then we conclude the first big part of the top-down system, and that is defining your why, which creates your basic motivations, your drive, and really the power from within. And then we go on, and that is the transition that will be happening in the third module already. We go on to ask, what is it exactly that you want? And that is the second layer in the top-down system. And the biggest part of that is actually seeing a powerful vision of your future self, of your future life. And then going on through a very inspiring goal-setting workshop that we have within the system, going on to create specific goals out of this vision. And this vision is in alignment with your passion, your purpose, and your success mindset has prepared you to actually create a vision that you will truly love and that will be truly empowering for you. So that module is really defining the what for you. It is the second layer of the top-down system. And then what then happens is you will go on to the fifth module, and the fifth module will really make it happen now. So until here we're basically in a planning mode, discovering and planning mode, and from here on we move into a doing mode or executive mode. So the power focus module is there to increase your mind's power and your ability to use your mind and focus your mind laser sharp to actually make it happen. And that will be a very powerful module. Again, please reference your blueprint PDF file, because you have all the different small details, smaller video sessions and training sessions that are part of these 6 big modules. And by the way, each of these 6 modules will take around 1 week. So you can just focus on one module for about 1 week. That's basically the time that I have planned when the whole class is going through the system here. And after 1 week you advance to the next module, to the next module, to the next module. If you don't make it within 1 week, that's no problem, because you can delay that if you have to. Of course, it would be great if you move with the class really, and with what I create on top of these modules within the system. But if you want to, you can just delay it, and you probably can take as long as you like. But the best way would be to use 1 week for each module later on. And when you have actually completed the 5th module about power focus, you will have much more clarity and a laser focused mind that is basically unstoppable, right? So then you move on to the final module, module number 6. And module number 6 is really about your productivity and your time management skills, and how you actually integrate everything that we have planned and started so far into your everyday life and into your weekly and daily schedule. So then we will make it happen for you. So very exciting last module here. It is called Effective Action because it is all about you taking action and bringing what we have worked on into your life. And we want to take not only action, we want to take effective action. So that's why we will improve your productivity, time management skills, and then we will schedule it. So after that, you really are a new person, because you went through the top-down system, you defined your why, you defined what it is exactly, then you looked at how you can get there, and then you started to actually implement it and create the ideal life for you. So that is basically the blueprint. And if I look at the PDF file, and you have it probably in front of you right now, There are the core strategies. I already talked about that. Then to the right here, we have the 6 modules. I already talked about that. And by the way, the 2 major goals, creating financial success and creating a life with deep and inner fulfillment, they are basically, the foundation is basically set here. So here is basically the foundation for your success. And the foundation for fulfillment starts here. And this is actually when you will identify your passion and start to live your true purpose in life. So this is a little preparation, and then we start with your success and your fulfillment. And eventually, as we had it in the first video, you will create financial success over time and fulfillment. So at the end, I want to talk a little bit about the key benefits. And if you look at the blueprint, it is bottom left. There's this branch that says key benefits. So if you want to look at that, I have it here on my iPad here. So one of the key benefits is really when you start into the personal development system with me, you will set yourself free. You will actually start removing any limitations that you might have within your mind right now, and you will prepare and create an empowering mindset. That's really the foundation for you creating your success. And then you will, of course, reach fulfillment in life. And as I said, the core part of reaching fulfillment starts with identifying your passions and defining your true purpose in life. And then you will be able to create financial success, especially by, also in the 3rd module, by learning to use your unique talents and create value for other people. That was really the content of the 2nd video, the last video, when I showed you how you can create success by combining your skills and strengths with how you create value for other people, where other people would buy from you or pay you for, and then combining that with your passion and your purpose. So the next key benefit here is you will, of course, get to the edge of what you're really capable of. So you will unleash your true potential. And that we will achieve that by productively using your mind to create your dreams. So that's really what we have in the 4th, 5th, and 6th module here. You create vision goals, power focus, and take effective action, right? Then from the whole process, of course, you will be very motivated and productive. Often in life, this is a key issue, because you have to tap into your true motivation, your real motivation, and then you will really be productive, because you don't need as much self-discipline anymore. You will build your self-discipline and self-esteem going through the system, because it is a system of self-discovery and taking action and creating small successes, which is the foundation for creating self-esteem. So that will be a key part. I haven't talked about that yet, but that is an integrated result that you will get, improving your self-confidence and self-esteem, because you're actually doing personal development for yourself. And ultimately, you will be on the course to find true happiness, because, as I said, you will create success in the world, and you will also find deep inner fulfillment. And you will be living in balance as a highly developed human being. So this is really the blueprint. Take a moment to study it, see yourself in it, and I hope after the next video, where I will have a little presentation in Keynote that will show you even more of what is really inside the system, and it will give you a little some kind of insights and some videos there how the system really looks like, because there's an actual membership site that you can join when you start with me into the system, and then we will take it from there. As I said, the whole process is really 6 weeks. So 1 week for each module. That will be very fun. You will have connection, personal connection with me all the time. We will have some coaching sessions. There's an actual membership board, so you can talk with all the other people who are going through the system. So it will be perfect for networking and talking about what is happening. And as I said, this is the blueprint. I see you in the next video. Please leave some comments below if you have questions. Ask questions below in the Facebook comments. I'm always thrilled to see your feedback and get the interaction going. So leave some comments please, and I see you in the next video.